Let's talk about this buzz surrounding Jimmy Garoppolo and the Miami Dolphins. Is Garoppolo really on his way to Miami? If so, what does this mean for the team? We all know Garoppolo has history, and a lot of it, some great moments, but also some pretty concerning injuries. His 2021 season with the 49ers, under Mike McDaniel as the offensive coordinator, saw him throw for 3,810 yards with 20 touchdowns. Not bad at all. But we also can't ignore the fact that Garoppolo has been dealing with a laundry list of injuries. Concussions, a lower back sprain, you name it. There's always that nagging question, can Jimmy G stay healthy long enough to make a real impact? When he started in the NFL, drafted by the New England Patriots in 2014, he was supposed to be the next big thing, maybe even the heir to Tom Brady. That's a massive amount of pressure right out of the gate. Imagine stepping into the shoes of arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. But Garoppolo barely had the chance to show what he was made of in New England because, well, Brady was still dominating the league. But in the few moments Garoppolo did play, especially during Brady's suspension in 2016, he gave us a glimpse of his potential. People around the league started to take notice. The guy had something. Then came the big move in 2017 when Garoppolo was traded to the San Francisco 49ers. This was the moment everything changed for him. The 49ers were struggling at that point, and Garoppolo came in and instantly turned things around. He led them to 5 straight wins to close out the season, and suddenly, San Francisco was buzzing with hope. They saw him as their franchise quarterback, signing him to a massive deal that made him one of the highest-paid players in the NFL at the time. But here's the thing, those huge expectations didn't always pan out the way people hoped. Fast forward to 2019, and we saw the best version of Jimmy G. He led the 49ers to a 13-3 record, threw for almost 4,000 yards, and took the team all the way to the Super Bowl. That season was magical. It felt like everything clicked. His stats might not have been the flashiest, but he was solid, and more importantly, he was clutch when it mattered. San Francisco's offense was built around the run game, but Garoppolo came through in key moments. It's easy to forget now, but the 49ers were so close to winning it all that year. They had the Kansas City Chiefs on the ropes in the Super Bowl, but things slipped away in the fourth quarter, and they lost 31-20. Despite that heartbreaking loss, it felt like Garoppolo had finally arrived. He was the guy who could lead a team to the biggest stage. But then came the injuries, again. In 2018, he tore his ACL and missed almost the entire season. In 2020, more injuries and more missed games. That's been the recurring theme with Garoppolo. When he's on the field, he's good, but can you count on him to stay healthy? That's the million-dollar question. And for a team like Miami, which is clearly on the rise and looking to make a serious playoff push, is Jimmy G the guy you can trust to lead them through an entire season? Sure, he's got the experience. He's been to a Super Bowl. He knows how to win. But if he's not on the field, what good is that experience? Another thing to consider is Garoppolo's playing style. He's known for being efficient, especially in offenses that rely heavily on play action. He's got a quick release and is great at making those short to intermediate throws. That would fit well in a system like Miami's, which likes to get the ball out quickly and let their playmakers do the work. But critics have always pointed out his struggles with the deep ball and how he sometimes fades in big moments. He's a game manager, which works for some teams, but is that enough for the Dolphins, who are trying to make a deep playoff run?